I'm in my PJs with no hat on. It's laundry day. What am I supposed to do, you know what I mean? Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And today we're gonna get into some more Christopher Titus today, y'all. All right. Well, like I've said on a couple of other clips I've had of Titus, he's one of my favorites, absolute favorites. He's on my Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedy. His act is mostly about dysfunction in life and talking about his life mostly, you know, so always gotta give big ups to Titus, man. He's one of the best to me. And we're gonna get into a clip of him today, and this one is gonna be titled Dad's Last Wishes and Funeral Clip. Well, it says clip at the end, but I'll take that out during editing. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into this one. And this clip was suggested to me by one of my very loyal subscribers, you know. And apparently she made this video specifically, or I'm guessing that, specifically for me to react to. And it's from the special that I have not seen, one of the specials I haven't seen. So yeah, we're gonna shout her out today. Miss Bianca, AKA Lady B, as she said in the comments, you know, either or is good for her. Thank you very much for suggesting this video to me. I really appreciate it. I said that I was a big Titus fan, and judging by your request, I'm certain that you are a big fan of him as well. So thank you very much for suggesting it to me, and we're gonna get into it, like I said. So Christopher Titus with Dad's Last Wishes and Funeral. And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, coming off my very wonderful day, my Seahawks won, you know what I mean? And just overall had a very good day. So as the new week starts, new week of stand-up comedy, let's have some more fun, shall we? All right. Christopher Titus, Dad's Last Wishes and Funeral, right here on Eddie B TV, new week of stand-up comedy, like I just said. Let's get down to business. All right. On my head there. Let's get situated with this one, and here we go. Mr. Titus.
Here is the most sentimental my father ever got, because these guys weren't big on sentiment. My father had a bunch of heart attacks. I think he was going for the record.
Yeah.
And after his fourth heart attack, he sat me down and he said, look, I've had 4 heart attacks. My body can probably only take 3 more.
Okay.
So when I go, there's some things I want you to handle, because I'm a man now, right? No, because if I don't tell you now, you'll screw it up when I'm dead. I want to be buried in a cardboard box. What? Shut up, or I'll flick this in your other eye.
Cardboard box?
Cardboard box. And when you take the box, I want you to put it in front of the audience at the funeral. Hold up, Dad. Did you just call it the audience?
Yes.
Are you going to charge a cover? What do you think we could get?
Oh,
hey, ladies get in free. Now I want you to leave the lid of the box open. I want you to let everybody who I've pissed off in my life step up and take a piss right on me.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm letting that sink in.
What kind of music do you want with that, Dad? Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain by Willie Nelson. Okay, Dad, let me get this straight so I don't screw it up. While we're at your funeral, and it's ladies' night.
I like it so far.
While your friends are urinating on your corpse. You want me to play a song with the word rain actually in the title? Now you're getting it, numbnuts. Now after the funeral, I'll bury next to Grandpa. Shut up, I don't want to be buried next to a bunch of dead people, especially my father. I want to be cremated. Then I want you to take the ashes, I want you to put them in a douche bottle, find a hooker, and run me through one more time. On my children, I did not write that. I am repeating it. And it's one of those things when you hear it, you go, oh!
Sounds like a good idea.
Disgusting yet whimsical.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, part 2. Let's get to it.
Phone call, and this is verbatim how I hear my father pass. I pick up the phone, guy goes, Mr. Titus, Newark Police Department, your dad's dead.
Yeah, that's what I would have smacked the hell out of him.
Kind of harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of comedians, and it sounded so weird the way he said it, I went, okay, fucker, who is it? Sir, it's Newark Police Department, your dad's dead, don't call me fucker. And although we had been expecting it for a long time, you are never ready for something like this. And my brain kind of snapped, and I went into denial, and I said, poke him.
Okay.
And there's this really long pause. And the cop says, excuse me? And I said, poke him, he could be dicking with you.
Sounds like his father.
And there's a much longer pause. Sir, we've poked him, he's not dicking with us. And then I said something that sounded so wrong, and I did not mean it in the way it sounded. I said, is the Viper okay? Because I thought I'd given him the death call. I thought he flew off a cliff or wrapped around a tree. I thought it was my fault, but the cop didn't hear that part of it. He goes, sir, your car is fine. Again, it's your dad that's dead.
Damn.
Shall I poke the car, sir?
I would have said that.
So I gathered everybody up and I head down the mountain. I have to admit this, I had mixed emotions. Although my dad and I fought his whole life, the last 5 years of his life, we were best friends. So I was sad. I was also really pissed because he knew damn well I couldn't get the deposit back on the ski condo I rented for the week, you know? It was like his final FU to me. Well, your dad's got a terminal heart problem and you're going snow skiing. Not for long. So I show up at the house, the whole family's here, and I'm the oldest kid. I got to plan the funeral. So I go down to the funeral home, but I take my brother and my sister. My sister Shannon's here, my brother Dave's here. And I'm sitting in front of the funeral home in the guy's office, and they make so much money, man. The guy's, I'm sitting in front of an $8,000 mahogany desk. Guy's got a $3,000 suit, $85 haircut. Perfect funeral guy. And he goes, Mr. Titus, we are so sorry for your loss.
Oh, are you?
Did your father have any specific wishes on how he wanted to be buried?
Oh, hell no. Exactly. I love your little captions on here, Bianca. I love it.
And I look at my sister before I can say a word. She goes, you tell him. And the man knows I have a TV show, so he's showing me the most expensive caskets they make. He showed me, I'm not making this up, a $17,000 platinum casket.
What?
With a DVD player in it. Yeah, it's in the viewing lid. There's one of those headrest screens. You can slide a DVD and play a tribute video to the person actually in the casket.
Exactly.
And all I can think is, my God, man, my family's gonna so fight over that DVD player. I said, no, that's nice, but my dad didn't want to be buried in something metal. Or wood. Do you have something, corrugated?
Corrugated.
Pardon me, sir. Cardboardy-er. Excuse me, cardboard. My father said he wanted to be buried in a cardboard box. And the man had obviously never heard this sentence before, man, because his face went into like an epileptic seizure. Frankly, it looked like he tasted butt, man, because he went... And my brother Dave tries to help. My brother Dave goes, hey, 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 not like a refrigerator box, something nice.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And my sister loses it. He loved cardboard. And you ever tell somebody something? You ever tell somebody something they didn't want to hear, so they decide that you didn't say it? He just pushes the expensive casket book aside, takes out the Walmart casket book, starts flipping through that one, and I'm going, no, no, no. We get down to the cheapest casket you can buy, which is basically a slat crate with Home Depot burned in the side of it. And I got pissed. I said, look! My father said he wanted to be buried in a cardboard box, then we'll talk about the cover charge. And he slams the book and he goes, fine! I can give you a rental casket. To which my brother Dave says, who brought it back?
Oh my God. Exactly.
Which is a genius question, by the way. But the guy gets the butt-tasting look on his face again. And he goes, no, we have caskets for situations like these, looking at me like cheapest bastard in the world situation. Well, the end of the casket opens up, we take your father, put him in a cardboard liner, slide him in and close the end on him. So now my dad's in this huge Pez dispenser. Great.
goodness.
And we had the funeral. And my dad's best friend Bob said to me, Titus, that was the best or worst funeral I've ever been to. Because number one, standing room only, packed to the walls. We made about $2,000 on the door.
Yeah.
And everyone got up and told an honest story about my dad. Not some BS, this was the greatest man ever. Here's one of the stories. They used to go houseboating every year, and all they would do is drink all day with a bunch of firemen buddies. My dad hung out with firemen because he smoked in bed. They would get hammered, sleep on top of the houseboat at night, and during the night, instead of peeing in the boat, you know, in the head, they would just pee off the top into the lake. Well, one night my dad gets up 8 times, hammered, steps on everybody, pees off the boat like 8 times, and they get up the next morning, look where my dad had been peeing. All night my father had been peeing off the top of the houseboat into the driver's seat of his home boat. That's a beautiful story, isn't it? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And there was 10 stories like that, man. So here's the funeral. Hysterical laughter, weeping. Hysterical laughter, weeping. And it was beautiful and offensive.
I like it.
And perfect. And I believe illegal.
Okay.
And then it was over, and everybody went home. And it was just me and my dad. So I peed on him. But now I'm freaked out because I got to find a hooker, you know? And if I'm asked for the normal stuff, it's already going to be weird. But now I'm getting out of the car in an alley. You know, I got the whole family getting out behind me. Everybody's crying. I've got an urn and a douche bottle.
What the hell?
Lola, is it? Yeah, we want something a little freaky.
Oh. Okay.
And I couldn't go through it. I called my brother and sister. We had a no douche meeting. I said, I'm not doing this. So we came up with a compromise because we still want to honor my father, right? So here's what we did. We took half his ashes, spread them at various Victoria's Secret dressing rooms around the country. The rest of his ashes went to Caesar's Palace in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, because my dad was a huge gambler. He's one of those dads who had a little quarter jug. He'd fill it with quarters to the top. And when it got to the top, he'd take his little jug to the casino, you know, and then he'd take like 10 grand out of the bank.
Oh.
And casinos have a lot of rules. One of the rules is do not spread your father's ashes amongst the casino patrons. So my brother, my sister, and I walk into Caesar's Palace, 7 p.m. Saturday evening, pockets full of day.
Oh, really?
And I walk to the back of the casino, I get an aisle that goes all the way across, and I start walking down, and I start flipping out my father. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Ding, 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 ding. That saved a wretch, 7 like me. And I get to the end of the aisle thinking nobody saw I'm cool. I look back. I'm leaving a contrail of smoke behind me like I'm a Jeep going across the Kalahari Desert, man. And the whole casino's kind of looking at me, and I have a TV show on the air at the time. Is that Titus? Is he on fire? What distracts them is my sister Shannon, who's way crazier than me. She takes a handful of my father, walks to a packed blackjack table, and goes, "Magic dust!" And now there's this cloud kind of hanging, and the pit bosses start walking over. I'm just stuck to the carpet, man. I don't know what to do, man. I'm frozen. I'm freaking out, man. And this is the weirdest thing I've ever been involved in, and I've been involved in some pretty weird shit, man. And I couldn't move, and I thought I was having a stroke because my heart was pounding, and all sound went away. And I swear to you, the only thing I could hear is my father hysterically laughing. And I knew he was there because as the cloud settled, and parts of him dropped into people's drinks. He gave me a sign because the dealer was right in front of me, put a blackjack, and the whole table lost. Oh my God, he's here right now. That's what happened to him every time. That's why I went to community college. Worst part of my dad dying, 2 weeks before he died, my wife told him she was pregnant with our daughter. Yeah. Nice timing, numbnuts. Dad, what did you say my whole life, huh? You better not have a kid. You're a retard. You'd probably kill it. Remember when you didn't feed the dog when you were 7? That's going to happen to your kid.
Oh.
You're going to need grandpa around to raise that kid, turn that kid into an adult. Isn't that right? And what happened, huh? What else you stuff up my ass my whole life, huh? Step up or step aside, right? Step up or step aside. And what happened, huh? World's coming apart. I got 2 little kids and you're not here. You stepped aside. That means I gotta step up. Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Funny.
I let it simmer, trust me. Yes, pay tribute, absolutely. Oh man, what a clip. That was nuts, man. You know what? This is one of the couple of specials that I have not seen before, and now I gotta watch the whole thing. Now I'm not gonna wait anymore for any more clips. I'm just gonna watch it as soon as I can find it. I think it's somewhere on YouTube though, but we'll find out. All right, man, that was Christopher Titus with Dad's Last Wishes and Funeral. Woo, well, what to unpack there, man. Ooh, a lot. You know, I try not to talk about it so much because, you know, I don't want to start crying out of nowhere, but I'll see if I can pull this one off, man. My grandfather raised me. My grandfather and my grandmother, wonderful people, man. Responsible, always had, you know, they act together, and they raised me from 3 years old to 18. And even some years past that, but I wasn't in their house for them to teach me those lessons. You know, Pops made sure, 18 years old, we going on vacation in the summer, your ass is out, troop. That's exactly how he said it to me too. I love and respect that man like I respect no other person, because even though there's a lot of things that I did not link with him on and things that I didn't agree with him on, to this day, as I'm sitting here in this chair, he was the one person that always gave me knowledge and always gave me everything that I needed to hear straight. You know what I mean? Like, and no matter how much I didn't want to hear it, he always gave me the truth. And it sits with me to this day, you know? And excuse me. I've watched the Titus show, you know what I mean? And if you guys did watch the TV show from back in the day, you'll know that everything that Stacy Keach, he's the guy who played his dad in the show, man. It was just like, wow, what a way to grow up, you know what I'm saying? And when my grandfather died, man, I swear, my grandmother had died a couple years earlier. And that already threw me because that woman was an amazing woman. But when my grandfather died, man, a large part of me died. You know, and I'm not just saying it because it's like the normal thing to say. It's like no joke, you know, because he was the person that kept me in line, man. I want to be a psycho, naturally. You know what I mean? I don't like listening to people's nonsense. I don't cater to people and their whining. And like, you know, I don't listen to any of it, you know? And if that's because of him, you know, because he didn't like people making excuses. He didn't like people trying to blame something other than yourself on your failures. And that's just how he was, you know. And when he died, I felt like, you know, that part of me, the good part of me that thought about things and handled business right, left me. And I didn't think that I would ever get it back, you know. And at the end there, when he said, you stepped aside, now I have to step up, you know, and that really rang true, you know what I mean? I could not believe what I just heard just now, you know, because ever since he's been gone, I always think about him. I always think about what he would say to me if I got into trouble here, or if I yelled this in public here, or if I were to ball up my fist and hit somebody here. You know, I just think of what he would say. You're gonna go to jail, gonna lose out, gonna be a dumbass and not handle your business. You're gonna let people get to you. You don't know how to handle your business like a man. All that stuff was just going through my head, you know, and I'm pretty sure that's what went through Titus's head too. And, you know, and talking about the other things, you know, like his brother Dave. Now, I don't know if his brother Dave was exactly like the character Dave that was played by Zach Ward in the Titus show. I don't know if they were exactly alike, but judging by what he said, his brother said in the video, I'm pretty certain he was the same, because Dave was a damn fool in that show, man. And he had flashes of, like, you know, common sense and genius to him. You know, it was just like, yeah, man, it was like, who brought it back? That was hella funny, man. I could not believe he said that. I probably could have pictured myself saying it if somebody else didn't beat me to it. But as far as his sister Shannon, you know what I mean? She was played in the show by Elizabeth Berkley, if I remember that right. She played Jessie Spano on Saved by the Bell, you know. She played his sister Shannon in the show, and yeah, she was kind of nutty in the show as well. And as it turns out, I heard a story later on that she killed herself, you know, and that didn't make me feel good for Titus. But man, this was a really, really crazy story. I mean, I don't know how much he's exaggerating anything in this story. I'm guessing he didn't, because the way he described his dad was always something crazy, just like what went on in this story, you know. And I'll always miss my pops, man, and I'm sure that Titus always misses his dad, you know, because how much fun would we be having if they were here right now, you know, just like listening to what they would say if we messed up or did something wrong here, just like, oh, that's how you did it? Just laughing at us, you know. Oh man, that was a hella funny clip, man. And you know, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there. So thank you one more time, Miss Bianca, aka Lady B, for suggesting this video to me. The way you put up the little captions in there, you know what I mean? It was almost like it was right on time with what I was thinking. And like, you really did a good job with that, man. I really appreciate it. Titus is like one of my favorites, man. And the way you paid tribute to him in this clip, man, was just awesome, man. And once again, much appreciated to you, Miss Bianca, aka Lady B. Thank you so much for suggesting this clip to me. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there, like I said. So Christopher Titus, one last time with Dad's Last Wishes and Funeral. Whew, what a clip. If you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going, like I always say. So yeah, man, oh my goodness. This is the only, like, one of the couple of specials that I have not seen from Titus, you know, and I missed like one hell of a story, man. Because I've heard him talk about his dad in other specials before, but nothing like this, man. And this was a trippy ass story. If I ever had to go through anything like this, if my pops would have ever requested anything like this, I would have been cringing the whole time, but I still would have did it because he told me to, man. You know, anytime he ever like really got in my face and told me to do something, even though I didn't want to, I did it, you know. So yeah, man, thank you one more time, Ms. Bianca, for suggesting this video to me. I had a lot of fun with this one. I gotta get to the whole special, because if this story is any indicator of how good the whole special is, I gotta see it. Because I did Pedophile Crucifixions too, the other clip to this special right here, and that one killed me too, so definitely gotta get to it. So yeah, this is gonna be Eddie B TV signing off one more again here. Another week of stand-up comedy starting today, and my goodness, man, if this is how the week is starting, whew, what do I got in store for the rest of the week? You know, I got some things in mind, a couple of things I want to jumble around, see how it fits. But yeah, man, this is a good start right here, man. This could have been a Headliner Friday clip right here, you know? So maybe that it is a pretty good indicator of things to come. So yeah, man, thank y'all one more time for tuning in with me on this one, man. Thank you one more time, Miss Bianca, for your clip request. Glad I was able to get to it, and I hope you had fun reacting to it with me. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace.